Next up is Silent. 15 damage for 250 gold is very nice. If there's an early shop, which there kind of is. This line is a little scary because there's no fire before the first elite. There's very few elites in this act, except for right here at the end. So we're going to struggle to get 3 elites. Silent often just like struggles to fight 3 elites, much less the path to them. I like this little dogleg into fire elite question mark, and then shop, and we can choose. Yeah, I prefer to get 3 elites, but two definitely works. You can get there. It's just, so the strongest reward is the 250 gold. 250 gold is insanely powerful. And then going to this shop is great, but then we have to take 15 damage and we have to fight 3 fights and no fire to get this elite. So I'm just afraid that we'll like die here, or like possibly here. We could take Neo's Lament. There's no snipe path. We could take a random rare card. Sometimes that's really good. Sometimes it's quite bad though. For Silent, you can get like a Storm of Steel. And that doesn't like kill the run, but you end up building around Storm of Steel and then you probably don't win. We could trade a boss relic. Trading boss relic's pretty reasonable on Silent. You can also get stuff that kills the run. You can get Pandora's Box and a bunch of garbage. But you can also get like Curse Key and be in really good shape for Act 1. And it seems like we need a little bit of an advantage for early hallway fights, so maybe Neo's Lament just for the hallway fight health. If we're taking Neo's Lament, we're definitely not going up the middle though, because we don't want that shop. So then we're missing the early elite. And we'd probably like go through these fires left. Probably not take the Mega Elite. But if we, if we end up taking these 3 and get like, I don't know, Deadly Poison, Catalyst or something, then we would take the Mega Elite. Even then, like, then it's Sentries and you just lose. We get triple unload. If we want to get an unload, we could take a rare card. This is a tough combination of choices and paths. Yeah, Ironclad is very challenging. I think maybe it's a problem with my play, but I have a lot of problems with Ironclad. Act 2 elites are very hard. Yeah, Act 2 elites are, I would say, among the largest challenges to a run. I find a lot of times, by the time you're in Act 3 with a deck that's actually, like, has the potential to beat the heart, the Act 3 elites are not a big challenge. You, like, play 100 cards a turn, and then you kill Giant Head, or you, like, have Gremlin Horn so you can clown on Reptomancer. There's a lot of ways to cheese those elites. Nemesis generally just doesn't do enough damage to keep up with really broken decks. But that's Act 3 elites, that's not where we are at all. It's a tough choice because these are all pickable. I think I'll take the 250 gold and see if we can survive this middle path. We have a good chance of dying here to this hard fight. We have 3 easy fights, an elite, and then a hard fight before the fire. But we get to go to this shop with a bunch of gold. So hopefully there's something good in it. We could just triple strike the front, guys. Let's do that. Become weakened. Not very many decisions to make in this fight. A lot of auto play. Explosive Potion's great. Backflip is my favorite card from this, but I don't like taking backflips on floor 1 because it's bad against Gremlin Knob. So I think it's probably Endless Agony. 0 mana, deal 8 damage. Yikes. Well, I don't want to waste a shrine, so I'll remove a strike. But I'm not excited about what it does to the deck. Hi, Mint Chuck. Doing good. No, Ironclad was fine. It's, you know, we lost, but I think we had a decent chance at it. We had really strong strength scaling. We just didn't manage to line it up with Reaper at the right time. Limit Break kept drawing itself on turn 1. We have, like, no damage next turn. We drew it all this turn. Maybe we should have done the Explosive Potion there. I guess we can still do it next turn if we want to, but we lost a little bit of health while waiting. But losing a little bit of health to save the Explosive Potion is probably correct. Skewer versus Poison Stab. We could get a Skewer and go to the shop and get either an Energy Relic or a, whatchamacallit, Chemical Axe. That'd be pretty nice. Yeah, I just didn't even think about it. I think it's the right choice, but I should have made it more explicitly. 6-card Reaper Time Eater. Wait, I don't understand. If you had 6 cards and one of them was Reaper, then didn't you really have 5 cards? Oh, you mean like a 6-card deck, not like a 6-card after exhausting a bunch of stuff deck. Inconsistent block. I don't know if that's something I would accuse Ironclad of. He has very consistent block if you can manage to find Shrug-It-Offs. I think what makes Ironclad difficult is oftentimes the best Ironclad decks will include Corruption, and Corruption is like extremely skill testing. You just like, is this the right time for it? Like, those kind of questions. Skewer versus Poison Stab. Poison Stab does more damage for 1 energy. Upgraded Skewer makes it so that you feel less compelled to upgrade other cards. We also have an Endless Agony, so our energy requirements are a little bit low, which is a mark in favor of Skewer. Poison Stab helps us remove artifact charges, which can be really important for later. But does less damage against sentries. So I think we'll grab Skewer. We don't get an upgrade before the Elite. No Chemical Axe. We do get a Sling of Courage, which kind of scales with Skewer. 384. That's how much gold we have. Take a War Paint and a card remove. Footwork, sort of the like, just stabilize. Approach, we can take Sucker Punch. Try to get some more weak. I wish Sucker Punch was a Flying Knee. That's the damage common I would want to buy with the Skewer. Buy Fire Potion. Fire Potions are great at elites. If we are planning on doing 3 elites, we could take Sling of Courage. That has a chance to pay off big here. Sling of Courage, Blade Dance. How did you end up with a 5-card deck with Battle Trance as one of the cards? Wouldn't you remove that when it was a 6-card deck? Um, let's see, can we afford Sling of Courage, Blade Dance, Fire Potion? Yeah, that's an insane deck, obviously. We can definitely afford that. It's only like 269. So then what are we doing with the other 115? Like Dark Shackles, bad footwork. Oh my god, Time Eater and 11 cards, really? That's insane. So it's just like Flex Plus, Battle Trance, Flex Plus, Boomerang, Whirlwind Plus. It's quite a turn. I think I've killed Time Eater without setting off the clock as silent, with like catalyst shenanigans. Ooh, exercise. I think I do like the Sling of Courage Blade Dance thing. Nothing else is jumping out at me. And I will buy footwork for the 115. So the way the exercise reward works is we will do it at the next card reward screen. Blade Dance does more damage than a strike. This looks lethal. Alright, Calculated Gamble, Piercing Wail, and Outmaneuver versus Squats. Get some water as well. All right. Calculated Gamble and Piercing Wail are both great. Which one are we looking for here? It seems like we're trying to play Skewer as often as possible, with as much energy as possible. Endless Agony also combos with Calculated Gamble a little bit. So I think there's a reasonable argument for Calculated Gamble. We haven't done our first Elite yet, which we're about to. Calculated Gamble is not particularly good against Gremlin Knob. That's right, I have to like elevate my my breathing to convince people that I haven't just eaten a pack of Oreos. I'm so out of shape though that like even just doing like these like bodyweight squats, we were going on a hike yesterday and I was like, oh shit, my legs are sore. This is too much of a workout. I've been bugging my wife to order pizza for like the last 3 days. At some point I'll just do it without asking and be like, oh no, pizza arrived, what are we gonna do? Crap, my plan is ruined. She can hear me. Here's the Endless Agony plus Calculated Gamble combo. We could just start it right now. We've got the extra strength from Sling of Courage. So we'd have 12 plus another 12 is 24, plus 8 is 32 damage. It's not a bad break. I kind of want to just like Blade Dance and Calculated Gamble. I'm not sure why I would want to draw 9 cards, but it just seems fun. If I shuffle away the Endless Agonies, I also draw more Endless Agonies in the future. Endless Agony is actually not great in the fight, though. Because once you start getting debuffed, Endless Agonies can end up doing 0 damage pretty easily. Our strength starts out at 2, though, so we'd have to go through, like, several rounds of debuffs to get that far, and we would definitely die first. If we draw 9 cards, we're very likely to get Footwork Skewer. But we don't really want to wake him up with just 14 damage. And I guess we want to save Calculated Gamble? Is that true? Yeah, so I think we just do all the damage right now. I'll do these first to make sure I have hand room. Hold on, pretty sure I had hand room either way. We could Calculated Gamble for one last attack. We could also hit Footwork. But if I just end, then I get rid of the Ascender's Bane and keep the Calculated Gamble, which seems like a win. We start with 2 Dex and 2 Strength in this fight. We need to get damage, so I'll keep putting out the damage. Okay, so if we do 27 damage, then he is at 49. We have 30 damage worth of potions, so then we'd have to do 19 damage before he attacks again. But then we go to 1. I don't like going to 1. Especially since we have a hard fight after this. Hard pool fight. So I think we'll do at least 1 defend. And then hope we can survive it. Alright, here's what we kept the Calculated Gamble for. We really need to get damage in this turn. Alright, so we only need 7 damage if we're willing to use both potions. We could potentially save a potion. Shivs do 4 currently, so Blade Dance does slightly more than Skewer. And we save the potion. Saving specifically the Explosive Potion is great because two particular hard pool fights in Act 1 tend to kill more characters than the others, and those are the Slime Gang and the Gremlin Gang fights. Explosive Potion is excellent in both. Pick a second Skewer. Concentrate is actually not bad here. We have a Skewer that we're kind of building around. We have another card that says discard on it. I do like Concentrate and Skewer together. Plus we have Whetstone coming up. I guess Whetstone potentially upgrades the Skewer. I could take a second Skewer and then take the Whetstone to increase my chances of upgrading a Skewer. It's kind of weird to have 2 Skewers in a deck this early, but I guess I don't mind it. Alright, so we're really hardcore building around Skewer now, and we missed. We didn't get either of them. Okay, that's fine. Oh my god, this is a fight too. Okay. We will do 9 damage to him, puts him at 4. We're not likely to become weak, but putting him at 4 is still better than putting him at 7. Is it better? 7 is 1 proc of Skewer, 1 energy worth of Skewer. Yeah, I think I'd rather have him at 4. Okay. Strike does the same damage on this agony, so there's no point in economizing there. I'll take 7 damage over 1 health. that's not lethal because Skewer is not upgraded. Definitely defending at least once. 3 health versus 7 damage. So doing 14, putting him at 12. Pretty likely to be able to do 12 next turn. Still not guaranteed, but we do have calculated gamble. There's a lot of ways to get 12. There's significantly fewer ways of getting 19, right? Either Skewer does it, calculated gamble gets you a Skewer. Strike, Blade Dance does it. I think we'll go for it, actually. We can miss, but we have a block pot. We did miss. We're just blocking out even without the block pot, though. So not a big deal. We should get it next turn, right? Cards? Yeah. Flex pot seems really good. Second footwork seems good too. Dagger Throw says discard on it. We don't really need cards that say discard on them, but I will keep mentioning it. Okay, well, I'll be a double footwork deck, sure. We have another hard pool fight, so I want to keep the explosive potion. I think Flex Pot probably blocks for more than Block Pot. Footwork does not say discard. That's true. I wish that powers said exhaust on them. I know that it would make them work slightly differently, but I just wish that that was how they worked. Because there's like, it's so weird that there are skills that are basically powers. They're like skills that give you a buff and exhaust, and you're like, why isn't this a power? Maybe that's not true. Maybe there's only skills that give like enemies debuff and exhaust. I feel like there has to be skills that give you a buff and exhaust, though. I mean, there is a slight difference, right? Because generally, like, the skill things expire and the power things don't expire, but still. Which of us gets more health? Block Potion or Flex Potion? Flex Potion ends fight sooner. If that fight is an elite fight, Flex Potions could save a lot more than 12. But Block Potion is a lot more reliable. We have a lot of attacks. I think I trust Flex Pot more than Block Pot. Are you using some newfangled magic terminology for global enchantment? This is a joke. That was a magic joke. I know what all those are. But they used to be called global enchantments, and I remember that too. Let's see. So we take this fight, and then we get to rest, or we can go to the shop and do nothing. Like, we would buy potions, but our potion slots are full. Oh, excuse me, enchant player. What could this question mark be? This question mark could heal us. And then we could take an elite and get an extra fire that way. But then, if the question mark is going to heal us, it's fine to get healed there. We have to take a hard pool fight anyway. I just don't want to die here. Alright. Survivor Defend blocks out. And we can skewer for a touch of damage. Probably have lethal with Flex Pot. We have 6 times 4, which is 24. We get plus 20, so you'd be 44. But we're only taking 1 damage this turn. We are taking a weak as well. And we got a potion in the last fight, I believe. Yeah, we had to choose between Flex Pot and Block Pot. So our potion chance is minimal right now, so we don't necessarily have to try and spend the potion to play optimally. So I think it's probably correct to Footwork Defend, take 1, do some damage. We're doing 18 damage too, which is nothing to sneeze at. This is not lethal. These are only 3 damage, so that's 12. So we double defend, and I guess these are the same amount right now. So I'll play the one that's fewer clicks. We're always doing that. 5 times 3 is not lethal. If we strike and calculate gamble, can we find lethal? No. But we can find block. It's possible that we strike and calculate gamble and then find ourselves unable to do 1 damage and have to use, and like can't use a potion to get out of the fight. So I guess I strike, calculated gamble. It seems weird to use the strike over skewer because skewer does more damage per energy. Actually, could calculate gamble draw? It can't draw lethal, so what's the point of this line? It seems like we're just using the explosive potion here. Alright, so let's just do it though. This was the last hard pool fight for a while, so hopefully we're okay without the explosive potion. Do we want Well-Laid Plans? The answer is usually yes. It's a good card. It's up against Deflect though, and we have 2 footworks and no other defensive cards. So maybe we do want the block. We also have 2 skewers, so things that preserve our energy while blocking are really good. An upgraded Deflect with 4 dex blocks for 11. Block of cheese, what? There's no cheese available here. Yeah, I think I'll take Deflect. Ooh, Preserved Insect is great. We're about to do an elite fight. Makes me feel quite a bit better about it. Do we survive this line? We might have to go through the shop into the hallway fight. But with Sling of Courage and a Flex Pot and a lot of attacks, I think we're probably okay here. This is such an aggressive set of relics. They're just all saying go. We could kill one with Flex Pot if we want to. Flex Pot blocks. It hits for 14 times X. We only need that to be 3, I guess. Can't do 2. Or we could just do 27 and try and find 6 damage next turn. And that is nearly guaranteed to work. So then we're taking 6 now. Okay. This looks like a Flex Pot turn. I feel like we can Flex Pot and kill both of the outside ones. So Blade Dance, shiv the front one, and then shiv the back one, and skewer him for 2. So we do 28 damage, or 14 times 2 is 28 damage with the skewer, so he's at 5, and then the shiv does 9 damage, you know. Wait, why is it doing 11 damage? Oh, I have 2 extra strength from Sling of Courage, I forgot about that. 11 is a lot for a shiv to do. like that. No block this turn. So we took, what, 16 in the fight? Presuming that we kill him next turn. Not too shabby. Omamori is kind of bad. Escape plan costs 0 and deck scales, which seems like it's one of the things this deck does. Unload says discard on it, which is relevant for no reason at all. Yeah, things that cost 0 and deck scale is like exactly what this deck is. There is also a catalyst here. And unload just does a lot of damage. So this is a hard pick. Man, it's really tough to pick Escape Plan over Unload and Catalyst in Act 1. But I think Escape Plan is best, because it's like so exactly what the deck wants. With double footwork and double skewer. But I'll be damned if Catalyst isn't like one of the most important silent cards, and Unload isn't like an absolutely great way to kill this last Act 1 elite I'm probably going to fight. But I think it has to be Escape Plan. Oof. Okay. We can get an upgrade or a strike remove. Upgrading probably footwork, maybe skewer. Maybe calculated gamble. Calculated gamble helps us find stuff. Yeah, maybe we don't fight the elite. I don't know if we can win an elite fight at 14 health. Like, even if it's Lagavulin, which is, like, probably the better outcome, we have to... Actually, is Lagavulin the better outcome? I think maybe Gremlin Knob is the best outcome. Because Lagavulin hits for 20, Gremlin Knob only hits for 8. We have to kill both of them before they attack a second time. I think Gremlin Knob has less health. I think we upgrade a skewer. No, I'll take footwork. Store with usually enough to buy a shop relic. And we can fill up on potions and then fight this elite. Yeah, I think I like that better than potentially a hallway fight into a forced elite. Potentially hallway fight into forced elite is pretty suicidal. I'll take the store. Ooh, man, Ornamental Fan would have been really good in the deck. That feels bad. Backflip seems like it's really good with deflect and escape plan, deck scaling stuff. Good instincts cost 0 in deck scales. Flying knee combos with skewer a little bit. Take liquid bronze against Guardian. I think I like backflip good instincts. And then not fight the elite. Because if it's Gremlin Knob, we just made our deck terrible. Okay. Do we survive a hallway fight, though? We have 2 extra strength for elite fights. Maybe we should be fighting even Gremlin Knob. We have no potions, though. Why did we do this if we were going to fight Gremlin Knob? Yeah, basically. Yeah, I mean, we basically just bought a deflect at a store. Good Instincts is, like, only slightly better than deflect. It's literally deflect +1. Both the numbers are +1. Gosh. I hate dying to Gremlin Knob. We do have Preserved Insect, though. I think maybe we can get there. This is going to kill me. We're good at Lagavulin. Okay, so against Lagavulin, we can set up all of our footworks first. We could wake up right now with some pretty decent damage. But then we don't develop the Footwork Plus. I think we need to do that before we wake him up, ideally. Also, this helps us draw back to neutralize, which is insane in the fight. We're playing this, so now we have 5 decks. That's great. Pretty likely to get the other Skewer next turn, and then that's the wake up. Hopefully with either Calculated Gamble or Escape Plan. Or even just naturally drawing it would be fine. So I don't think we want to backflip. So we don't want to ruin our chances of getting it. I guess we have to calculate gamble if we want to draw it. We're almost guaranteed to draw it. We're 80%. Not a great wake up. It's okay. We drew both Endless Agonies this turn. Get those in there. Lagavulin is not ready for that kind of action. I think we're probably killing next turn, so we'll just block out this turn. One damage Lagavulin fight seems like the correct pathing decision. Rao, why would you say that to me? I thought we'd built up a rapport over the years, Coconut. We have a bunch of shivy stuff, so we can take Envenom and try and do more shiv-like activities. Well-laid plans helps us block. It is our 3rd power, which is kind of high for this point in the deck, or in the run. We don't have anything we like super need to keep. If we take a well-laid plans, it makes us feel a little bit better about taking the discard cards for energy card later. We're definitely not upgrading, so Envenom is kind of a tough pick, because Envenom Plus is a lot better than Envenom. We more have like 0-cost defensive cards than we have 0-cost attacks. So I think I'm going to go towards well-laid plans. And rest, so that we don't die. Okay. We need the damage now, so that we don't get hit with his first big attack. And I think we keep Deflect. Could save us an energy next turn. I wish that Sling of Courage gave you strength during boss fights. I really don't understand why. It's like all on its own in being specifically good at elites. I guess Preserved Instinct is also good at elites. Okay, I would like to do 28 damage. This only does 21. This does 1 more damage, so we can do 22. So it looks like Footwork Backflip. Look for more block. And find it. Alright, this deck's good at blocking. That's neat. Alright, well we definitely don't want to get Steam Vented. So we can do 15 with these, and then... Oh wait, no, Skewer just does more damage, and always goes through armor. Okay. Keep it defend, because he's attacking next turn. And to defend my ears from my cat's aural assault. Footwork defend blocks out, and keep a survivor for the big attack next turn. Alright. There's a bunch of elite-only stuff. It's kind of weird that, like, Sling of Courage, Preserved Insect, and Black Star don't have any, like, apparent similarity. There's no, like, design detail that ties them together. Unlike the boat-themed block-on-turn relics. Survivor Escape Plan probably blocks out. Then we can afford to Skewer this turn, I believe. Yeah. Okay. We need damage next turn. Wait, he's hitting for 20, so I guess I'll keep the block. Neutralizes great on this turn. I think I want the damage. And I want to keep Deflect. No, actually, Deflect has no value next turn. So let's use it for health. Skewer does the most damage. Really wish I'd gotten a Skewer upgrade. Good Instincts or Backflip? I think Backflip. Actually, maybe we keep Strike. Yeah, well wait, Strike is less damage than Skewer though. If we keep Strike, we probably don't play it, which feels bad, but I think we need it in case we draw like Strike, Blade Dance, and we still want to break him. He blocks for 9, so we need 21 damage next turn. Strike increases our reliability of getting that. Actually, does it? If we get Strike and Strike Plus and Blade Dance, do we get it? We get 15 plus 8, so yeah, we do. If we get Strike Minus and Blade Dance, we don't get it. Oh wait, yeah, we're off by 1. Okay. We found Skewer, so all of those keeps were irrelevant. Blade Dance does slightly more damage. Actually, so does Strike Plus, only spending 1 energy on Skewer. And this time it will keep the defend, because he's hitting for 10 next turn. Okay, keep Survivor for the big attack turn. Get a little bit of damage in, keep the good instincts. Can't do 60 this turn, I'm pretty sure. So, how about we block for 20? We could keep Calculated Gamble and look for max damage next turn. Probably just looking for a Skewer though, and we're almost guaranteed to get one. We only don't get it if the draw is exactly like this. But I think it's better than keeping a defend, just in case. Okay. We don't have enough damage to break him next turn, even with the Skewer. So I think we probably keep a defend, because he's attacking us for 29 or whatever. 36. I suppose, or whatever then. Ooh, we missed. Alright, it looks like we have plenty of block. Let's backflip and look for some zero cost block. We could Blade Dance, but we don't get through the armor, so I guess we'll just block out. Keep Blade Dance for next turn. Alright, now we have to break in before Steam Vent goes off. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Oh, I guess we do. We get it exactly. Okay, well, we don't want to be vulnerable, so take that. Keep good instincts for the block. I guess I could have known exactly what my hand was going to be. But I did not look. Probably neutralize defend skewer. And keep the calculate gamble in case we don't draw enough block. We didn't draw enough block. That'll do it. And keep the zero cost defend. We don't have 70 damage, and even if we did, we would only need 40 of it. So we're gonna block out and keep surviving. Skewer should set up lethal for next turn. If not, we need a bunch of blocks, so we'll keep Survivor. Looks like it's probably lethal. Yeah. Wraithform's great. First pass unload, but I'm not too worried about that. Is this bullet time deck for any reason? No, it seems like it's the opposite of a bullet time deck. Wraithform is also good with zero cost cats, if you can get one of those. Let's see. Seems like we're generally not trying to... We've got like a pretty good block plan with all the footworks and zero cost blocks and backflips and stuff. So maybe we don't need Wraithform. But Wraithform is such a card. We also have well-laid plans, so we can keep Wraithform until an emergency. I think Wraithform is rarely a pass. Yeah. It's not a good Wraithform deck, but it doesn't have to be a good Wraithform deck. Wraithform is just a good card on its own. See, should have picked all those discard cards. Hovering Kite, I knew it was going to happen. Drat. We still have Calculated Gamble and Survivor to trigger it. Otherwise, we're picking Sozu or Ring of the Serpent. We have a bunch of powers, so Ring of the Snake is pretty important to try and draw those powers on turn 1. So I don't think I like Ring of the Serpent. I think Ring of the Serpent may be worse than Skip here. I generally don't like picking Sozu when I have no potions. And I love Hovering Kite. Hovering Kite's probably my favorite boss relic if I'm a Silent. Obviously, it's only available for Silent, but, you know. Doesn't really do much right now. Only Survivor and Calculated Gamble. Also, Calculated Gamble, like, it gives you an energy back, but it's hard to line that up, because you don't know what's in your hand after the Calculated Gamble. Except in the rare circumstance where you're drawing all the cards from the deck. Or I suppose drawing in excess of the cards in the deck. think it's still hovering kite. We passed on 2 unloads as well. Don't have enough money that we feel like we have to go to a shop really soon. A lot of elites here, but the only way to get 2 elites is that one. And then pretty easy to get a late elite. Although worth noting that you can't get that if you do the Mega Elite here, so it's a 2 elite act. Pretty much no matter what your path is. You can dodge all elites if you sneak through here and go over there. That seems cowardly. I think I like this little section where you get a Fire Elite Fire, so you probably want to go through there. Are you calling Hovering Kite Brown Star? Because if so, I am in. We can take 2 fights and 3 question marks, try and turn into a ghost. It's Black Star. I'm not... I assumed you were making a joke because of the Pug Champ, but okay. Thanks to Anchor, we're able to probably block out this turn. I think it's just calculated gamble right away. We're looking for footworks and stuff. I guess we'll draw a card first. Drat. Okay, well now we can just block out with Defend. But I'll calculate gamble anyway. We get like kind of a new hand. We get 4 cards and 3 energy. And most likely one of those is a 0-cost block. It wasn't, but we still get to block. I'll go ahead and discard the Sunder's Bane. Doesn't matter that much. Okay, we are all online with Footworks. We're going to block out this turn. And then I'll... I guess I won't Blade Dance, because there's no point. So oh wait, I don't get to hold anything. I haven't played that card yet. Let's backflip. And block out. I guess play well-laid plans. Keep the good instincts. Blocking through the Frail, man. Seems good. We're not able to get through the armor very easily, though. We keep getting... we're blocking him out, but he's blocking us out, too. That still doesn't get through. There we go. That gets through. This feels kind of weird, but we get 2 plated armor damage if we do it this way. Wraithform versus Good Instincts. We've been able to block him out. I think we'll try to continue doing so. Let's see what we draw. No dice. Let's see. We want a Survivor for the energy. Maybe we just save Survivor. Yeah, we use Good Instinct and Defend to block, save Survivor. Double Strike gets a plated armor. Let's see what's in the box. Okay. So Survivor blocks out and gets me back up to 3 energy. Probably saving a backfoot for next turn. And we'll do the same Blade Dance Skewer trick as before. Ooh, new microphone. Oh, hey. Good instincts backflip blocks out. Let's actually see how much damage he's doing. Okay, so we still need both, I guess. Get some plated armor damage. Looks like we might stun him this fight. Our damage is so low. We can defend with defend. And then keep a deflect for next turn. Just whittling him down very slowly. Very unusual avocado fight. Oh, I forgot that Survivor gets me energy. I did my math wrong. Alright, so we get a stun with Skewer here. And a kill with Neutralize. I'll take it. Noxious Fumes seems pretty good. We passed on it at a store, but here it's free. It's up against Deflect, though. Do we want more Deflects? I'm concerned about my Deflect backflip ratio. I want there to be some backflips for drawing. I don't currently see them. What's that card that draws 3 cards and then discards 1? That one would be really great here. Well, if this fight was any guide, we are waiting a long time to kill people, and Noxious Fumes is really good if we're waiting a long time. We also just like have a ton of powers, so maybe we'll pick up a Bird-Faced Urn or Mummified Hand or something at some point. Also, I don't trust Shivy's strength scaling to carry the deck, so I guess we'll start getting some poison. We skipped a Catalyst a long time ago, and at the time I thought, well, we don't have any poison, so it doesn't do anything. But I kind of wish I'd picked it. I think it was up against something pretty good, though. It was up against that escape plan. Noxious Fume's so slow, though. I don't know if we can afford to be that slow. We're up against Hyper Beam guy. He's not gonna let us be that slow. What are we doing against Hyper Beam guy? Well, I don't know, but I think Noxious Fumes is a decent start. Maybe I'm okay with the current damage. Double Skewer. No, that can't be enough, right? Alright. I do like poison builds, but this isn't really a poison build. This is it's a whole different type of deck. We can Wraithform, play the Endless Agonies, and then Calculate Gamble and keep an energy. We don't really need Wraithform this specific turn because we have Anchor. So we could just, like, Skewer for 3 here. Noxious Fumes is a little too slow in this fight. So we're only taking 4. Yeah, I think let's just take 4. And draw 2 cards with 1 energy. Seems okay, we could get a footwork. Or some more damage and 4 block. That seems fun. Alright, we get to execute Mugger. And then footwork and block out. This is his big attack turn. We have no more discard, so we can't get energy back. Do we just try to take 0 damage from this guy? We're not going to his shop anytime soon. I think we just try to block him out. And ignore the fact that he's taking our money. Yeah, Gremlin Gang is one of the hardest hallway fights, I would say, in the game. There is the Welcome to Act 3 Darklings. They're pretty challenging as well. We don't have any AoE other than Noxious Fumes, so maybe we should take Dagger Spray. Or all-out attack. All-out attack says discard. We should take all-out attack. We don't have enough cards that say discard. I love how cards that say discard started out as a meme and is now an actual consideration. Okay. I would like to remove a strike, please. Thank you, Secret Cleric. Seems like we're pivoting away from Sling of Courage. What rare cards do we want? Well, the reason that like Darklings is particularly tough is just like it's in the easy and the hard pool. So it's like it's clearly not an easy fight. It just is like, well, this is Act 3, so whatever, get ready. Okay, so what rare cards do we want? We want more Wraith Forms. We want, what's that card called? Shadow Image? The one that gets you 1 block for every card you play. It's not called Shadow Image at all. After Image. After Image is great. Wraith Form. What else do we want? I feel like Leg Sweep is a rare because I never see Leg Sweep. But it's not a rare. It is an uncommon that I just never get. Despite wanting it. Corpse Explosion's good. There's a ton of silent rare cards. And I've only named 2 of them. So let's go look at what they are. I'll switch the OBS view so people can look with me. Okay. Sort by rarity. Okay. So 1,000 Cuts is good. We need we play a lot of cards, and that would help us turn our scaling defenses into scaling offenses. Adrenaline's great always. After Image is great for this deck. Alchemize is not great. Bullet Time's not great. Burst is great. Corpse Explosion's okay. Probably pretty good. Die to Die's okay. Doppelganger's terrible. But if we end up with Chemical X, it turns great suddenly. Venom is, I would say, takeable, but not actually good. Glass Knife is probably pretty poor at this point. Grand Finale is terrible. Malaise is excellent if we get it in the next 3 or 4 floors, but not necessarily good after that. Nightmare is probably okay. Phantasmacolor is terrible. Storm of Steel is actually no. The discard it has no value because all your cards turn into shivs, but Maybe if we get like tactics or whatever, the one that draws you a card, maybe that's good. Tools of the Trade was excellent. We totally want that. Tools of the Trade would be so good. Tools of the Trade is like a Snecko Eye in this deck. Unload would be fine. I would take an Unload Wraith form. Yeah, I think it's good enough. We should probably pick it. Let me switch this back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Reflex. Yeah, we were thinking the same thing. Now that I'm catching up on chat. I think those are better than Sling of Courage. I don't like Naloth's Gift, but Sling of Courage is not doing much for us anymore. It was good for what it was, but that time is over. Yeah, we need to find a new plan, and this helps us find a new plan. This one's a fight. Question marks. You never know what you're gonna get. Life is like a box of question marks. Sometimes it contains a fight. We get more damage with Blade Dance Strike Plus versus Skewer, because we never got Skewer upgraded. So let's just do that. Maybe the Skewer was more damage than the Noxious Fumes there. I'm not really sure. Kind of a tough fight to be super skill focused in. They are attacking for 18, I'm blocking for 5. Probably want to play these 3 cards. Or at least 2 of them. But I want to play all out attack too. Let's do that and see where we are. Okay, I guess we're well-laid plans, defend, deflect, and hold on to Wraith Form. Take a little bit of damage. Wraith Form's pretty good in this fight. Alright, we need to get rid of this cultist. We have 18 damage for 1. Not quite killing him. We have the liquid memories, so we could get back the all-out attack, I guess. I think we do that first. So we have to discard one of these 4 cards, or else we miss Lethal on the Cultist. Ideally, one of these 2, obviously. If we hit one of these 3, we can also play Wraith Form. Let's try it. We could play, no, I think we're better off doing it this way. Okay, I think we still have lethal, right? Yeah. And then we can either block for 5 or block for 18 or 16. Blocking for 16 sounds good on paper, but do we die if we do it? I think we need the health, so let's try it. I think we skewer and no survivor. Yeah, here's the part where we die. We can play all of these cards if we discard the days, and I think we need to do that to survive. But if we do it, we ruin our... we don't shuffle. We can't draw damage. And then we do 5 plus 6, and then he kills us. If we just play Footwork plus Survivor Defend, Then we block for 9 plus 6. It's 15, take 8. We draw an actual card. I think getting that shuffle is too important to not do. That feels really bad. Oh good, he's not attacking. Okay, so we'll hold on to a defend and try and draw some damage for next turn, I guess. Skewer is not lethal. If we all out attack and it doesn't discard Skewer, and we play Skewer for 15 plus 7 is 22. No, it's only 29 damage, we need 39. But it looks like we can block out this turn. And maybe hold all out attack. So like Survivor, Defend, Good Instinct. Blocks for 15, take 3. And then hopefully have lethal. Oh. He's once again not attacking, so we have automatic lethal. Well, that was a tough fight, but we got through it thanks to Wraith Form. What a card. No rares here. No thanks to Neloth. Predator seems good with all the zero cost stuff. We're also like way low on damage. Predator is certainly a card. Yeah, all the zero cost stuff, I love it. Let's do it. Alright, and I think we need to heal here. We don't have any upgrades that are like super jumping out. Wraith Form and Footwork, probably the best ones. Well-laid plans, Noxious Fumes, all the powers, I suppose. Calculated Gamble. Neutralize. I think I'll rest. Make sure we survive the fight. Tiny Slavers. Alright, all attack's great here. We're doing okay. Struggling a little bit. I think Footwork before Escape Plan. Okay. Let's Blade Dance and then all out attack, in case it decides to discard a Shiv. Okay. We could play our whole hand, but then we draw 0 cards, and it's weird. We're gonna neutralize him. Do we have lethal for him? No. If we still had our, whatchamacallit, maybe. The, Sling of Courage. I think we need some more block. So let's go look for block. Shuffling Shivs into the deck. Drawing the block. We can do 21 damage with Skewer, but that's not enough to kill anybody. This deck is actually pretty okay getting netted. We can hang out in a net for a couple turns. Now that we've got both Footworks up, I don't mind it. Probably Noxious Fumes double defend. Start getting some damage. It's not like a full defense deck, but it's a highly defensive deck. I think that's pretty fair to say. This seems like Wraith Form. Because we can't defend all that. We can Survivor first, and that blocks out the 3 damage, which I guess is okay. We have a hovering kite, so whenever we discard, we get an energy. It's not as reliable as I would like, but man, that Wraith form needs an upgrade. The thing wears off way too soon. Still getting some pretty good block, but we're starting to take damage. He's dead now, though, which is very helpful. We could skewer him to death, too. If we neutralize on him, we can skewer him for just 2 energy, and then we get a strike on the big guy. Seems fine. Take 12. Or we could just neutralize the back guy and good instinct and triple skewer the front guy. We miss 6 damage, but we block for more. Seems like blocking for more is pretty important. Also, we only miss 4 damage because the neutralize goes on him. Technically, we killed front guy before back guy this time. It's pretty unusual. We are just eating 21 damage here. There's nothing we can do about it. Oh wait, we have lethal. That's fortunate. Bronze scales. We've got 1,000 cuts. 1,000 cuts seems like it helps turn this from a purely defensive deck into a 1,000 cuts deck. I think I'll take that. Yeah, that did go pretty well. I mean, we didn't die. That's about as well as it can go, I think. Do we plan on taking another elite? Ooh, Jackbox is fun. Do we rest again, or do we upgrade that Wraith form? I think we need to take a little siesta over here. Go to a couple more campfires. There's a couple upgrades we really need now. We need Wraith form. We need 1,000 cuts. So we're gonna go get those. Tiny chest versus sapphire key. Well, we're about to hit 2 question marks, maybe 3. So we're like charging it up pretty significantly. So I guess I'll grab it. Okay. We get a chance to set up 1,000 cuts on turn 1 here, which seems good. To reset our energy a little bit. They're hitting for 23, so I should probably backflip. Or I guess defend. Backflip has some misses, actually. Because we don't want to draw footwork and be unable to play it. So we'll just defend. And skewer for 1 damage. We can just calculate gamble, shuffle some Endless Agonies in, get an extra energy for whatever's coming up. Sorry, what's the question? Oh, can question mark be an upgrade? Yeah, there's a couple of events. We can still get the Forge, I believe. I think that's a... you can get the Shrine, too, but that one's rare. It's usually not an upgrade. I think just skewer for 3. And then calculate gamble looking for a footwork, maybe? That seems fine. It's important we skewer so that we force her to heal. Actually, I think I'll play the Endless Agonies too. Oh, we found the footwork. Great. I was a little afraid of finding both footworks, but that didn't happen. We have no block. That's unusual for this deck. I think it's Predator Well-Laid Plans over Predator Noxious Fumes. Although maybe Predator Strike. It's kind of a weird idea. Maybe I was supposed to vulnerable him and kill him this turn, instead of taking 13 damage. In fact, I'm going to go back in time and think about that. Yeah, I think that was a vuln pot. I think that was a pretty big mistake. Yeah, I think probably was lethal. Okay, this is a tough fight to replay because I wasn't paying that close of attention. Yep, I was supposed to discard the strike. That was a mistake. Because I played the defend over the backflip. So now I have to concentrate really hard to make sure I play the fight exactly the same as I played it the first time. Oh, I'm supposed to play the skewer for 1 damage. Okay. Okay. This turn, I skewered for 3 and then played both Endless Agonies and then calculated gambled. Okay, I think we're all correct so far. Alright, and then this is the turn I'm supposed to Vulnerable Potion, I think. So 15 turns into 22. Neutralize 3 turns into 4. So 22 plus 4 is 26 plus 9. It is actually not lethal. It's off by 1. So we end up repeating the whole fight and then play it the same way. No, it's not. Oh yeah, that was the cuts. Okay, good point. So I was missing 3 damage, we were off by 1, so we're over by 2. We were only over by 1, so I still did the math wrong somehow, but whatever, it worked. Okay, so now we can just block out. I'll footwork and then all out attack. We still have guaranteed block. Yeah. Keep the Wraith form if I could, but I can't. Ooh, I could have gotten 1 more damage if I played both defends before the AoE card that turn. Okay. There's another backflip. We desperately need more backflips. Let's grab it. Going for that fire. Speaking of 0-cost strength scaling, maybe we should have played as much block before we all out, because then we may have discarded Wraith. So we had enough block to block out even if we discarded one of the block cards, so I wanted to hit one of the block cards. We can draw a lot of cards and then get strong and skewer people to death. It costs health, though. We don't really have that much health to give. We could transform 2 strikes into better cards. wish this became innate. It's such a build around, it seems really bad to not get it. I've never, like, built around jacks. I always build around, like, artifact and mutagenic strength. This is a pretty appealing option. We're up to 30 cards, so we're getting pretty full here. Yeah, that is the question. I don't know what's strongest. We're, like, getting really close to Hyper Beam guy, and we don't have a scaling plan yet. So I think Jax might be the only way to do it. We have a Blade Dance. We don't have a ton of attack cards. Maybe we transform 2 cards and get, like, Bouncing Flask Catalyst or something. We have a totally new plan. Let's try this out. Yikes. Okay, well, I guess we're resting here. Aha. Well, if we get Red Mask, we would have liked that mutagenic strength quite a bit. Maybe we should just pay these guys, because we probably die if we fight them. But, we could win. It's possible. All-out attack is pretty good. I don't believe they get preserved and insected. They do not. No discards available. If you get the middle guy dead. Yeah, I always focus on bear. Does the middle guy do more damage? I'm gonna look this up. Masked bandits. So the middle guy, who is named Romeo, either does 13 damage or 17 damage. Bear does either 20 or 9. So it's 29 versus 30, so Romeo does more damage by an extremely small amount. He also inflicts weak, whereas Bear just blocks. Huh. These guys are predictable. I didn't realize that. The debuff is a huge deal. The debuff is -4 dex. So yeah. Okay, so I think we 1000 cuts and then strike skewer on Romeo and weak pot on Pointy. Actually, Pointy does more damage than either of them, because Pointy does, they both do, like, approximately 15 a turn, and Pointy does, oh wait, he does 12 a turn. Why did I think that was more for a second? It isn't. Okay, so let's go after Romeo. Get grabbed. We get to play 3 cards this turn. Oh, I didn't weak pot him. I said I was going to do it, and then I didn't do it. I just took 2 extra damage, which I didn't intend to do. So let's start that over. Okay. Maybe we should have targeted him first, because he's going to kill himself on my bronze scale sooner. We can play all the cards except for either Well-Laid Plans or Defend. Defend only blocks for 1, but I don't have anything I can retain. Other than Ascender's Bane. I guess I could discard the Ascender's Bane. No. I'm definitely playing Predator, is what I'm saying. I think I'll just miss the 1 block. If I die by 1, I was probably going to die anyway. It's okay, it just there's no advantage to doing it. I guess I could have kept the defend to defend for 1 later. Okay, so maybe we can play 7 cards this turn and kill Pointy. Seems like a possibility. Yeah, okay, so we can do that. Gosh, these block for 1. That's so brutal. So we're gonna die to bear no matter what we do. Unless we can kill bear too. I think our only out is killing bear, so let's go for it. I don't think it works, but I'll try it. If this is its defend, I think we actually get it. No, we would have been off by 1. Or off by 3 damage, I guess. Okay, well, it's kind of close. If I'd played the, if I discarded the curse, I would have got to keep an extra card, and there would have been an extra chance that I could discard a defend over a skewer, but we would have been off by 3 no matter what. Yeah, but there was no way to know that Jax was coming up. I should have done the backflip earlier in the turn. I think I used the shivs before the backflip, which was a mistake. So there probably was a win on that turn. But I didn't find it.